I now put a question that the minority report on the inquiry on allegation of misconduct and misbehavior brought against Honorable Francis Zaake of Michana Municipality and Parliamentary Commission will be adopted by this House. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary no.
Mwakikola mu bukyamu kooti esazizzaamu Palamenti kye yayisa eky'okujja Zaake mu ntebe ya komishona bwa Palamenti. Nkwaniza yenze essential wakatera yenze amatagatafa oli ku essential media nkusaba likinga subscribing ato sharing video zino ate otekeka akade osobola okufuna video za finga tuziteekayo buli otuteekayo video berengo osobola okugiraba. Kati nno lunaku lwa leero lunaku lwa kutaano ennaku z'omwezi ziri 29 omwezi tuli mu gwa mwenda omwaka 2023 olunaku olw'eggulo lwadde lunaku lwa kuna era ng'ennaku z'omwezi zabadde 28 kooti ya ssemateeka yavuddeyo n'esazaamu Palamenti kyali yayisa oba kyali yakkaanyaako ekyokulaba nga bajja MP Zaake ng'ono eno mubaka wa Palamenti akiikirira Mityana Municipality okumujja ku mwisona obwa Palamenti. Kigambibwa nti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 10 omwezi ogwa Maachi oba omwezi ogwokusatu omwaka 2022 Palamenti ng'eyita mu sipiika wa Palamenti era nga yono Anita Anet Among evaayo neeyisa ekiragiro era neeyisa okulaba nga bajja obwesige mu komisona wa Palamenti ng'ono nno ye mubaka wa Mityana Municipality nga ye MP Zaake era ng'ono yajjira ku kibiina kya National Unity Platform. Kigambibwa nti ensonga eno yajjawo olw'ensonga nti Zaake ng'ayita ku mitimbagano oba ku social media yavvoola era n'avuma sipiika Anita Anet Among era ng'akozesa obuyinza obumuweebwa ssemateeka ssaako ne Palamenti. Ono nno waliwo ekiteeso ekyayisibwa mu Palamenti era ne bamukubako akalulu ne bamuggyamu obwesige. Zaake teyamatira era n'agamba ye agenda kuddukira mu kooti. Kino nno yakikola ng'ayita mu bannamateeka be abaali bakulembeddwamu Elias Lukwago ng'ono ye meeya w'ekibuga Kampala. Baddukira mu ssemateeka mu kooti ya ssemateeka era ne bateekayo omusango nga bagamba nti Palamenti yakola kikyamu eky'okugoba MP Zaake ku kifo kino eky'obwa komisona era nga bagamba nti kolamu eya Parliament yali teweera mu kaseera ako. So naye nga nkuzizzaako emabega Anita Anet Among yavayo n'ategeeza nti engeri gye baali baayisa ekiragiro mu biseera ebya COVID mu mwaka 2020 nga kigamba nti Palamenti yali yakutuula abantu abasukka mu 150 era Palamenti yabeeranga mu 150 abantu 150 oba ba MP 150 kitegeeza kolamu yali eyiwera. Era okusinziira ku Palamenti mu biseera ebyo nga bajja Zaake nga bamuggyamu obwesige ababaka 155 be baakuba akalulu ak'okulaba nga bajjamu Zaake obwesige.
I also want you to know that on 8th April 2020, as part of the measures to combat COVID-19, we passed a resolution in this House. There was a decision that we took in this House that 100 members sit. A sitting is over 100 members. So if we have excess, the law says 50% should vote for a member. But if there are more than 100, but we made a ruling in this very House that we should always have only 100 sitting members. and for the sake of COVID. And we really appreciate what your guidance. But a member also has a right to move his motion, and the members have a right to choose a leader whom they want. And I mean, they are going, if they vote, if they get the vote, well and good. Now, for that motion that has been moved by Honorable Mapendusi, then we apply Rule 98. Rule 98B. We are now going to put Rule 98B and
just to put the record straight, Madam Speaker. The record is my personal opinion, and it's not meant to impeach the ruling of the Speaker, Right Honourable Speaker, and I do that with cognizant of the space at my disposal to express that opinion. And I hold in utmost respect the views of members desiring to move any motion on the floor. I can't impeach that right, Right Honourable Speaker. But I thought I should be on record such that the future asset readers could establish where we stood in these times in terms of guiding the House, Right Honourable Speaker.
Kinajjukirwa nti oba nkujjukiza nti mu kiseera ekyo oba ku lunaku olwo ababaka aba opposition tebajja era tebaakiika mu Palamenti abasinga nga bawakanya kino ekyokugoba Zaake ku bwa komisona.
With due respect to the mover of the motion, it's very, very important, and I want to insist that, for instance, if Honourable Zaake is being found guilty of a moral offence, they should face justice. And nobody can apologize for that. But if you want to cure immorality, you do it morally. I want to be on record that the signatures laid by the Honourable Mapendusi are fraudulently before this House. I want it to be on record. No, it's not that people did not sign.
Honorable,
I wanted this to be on record, and my record is subject to dispute. I am alive to how signatures are collected over such a matter. The record was never at the sergeant's table. We were never there. And I thought, Honourable Speaker, that as this is done, this record is properly captured, so that members do what they want to do with their hearts at ease. It's very, very critical that the records are properly captured. And as a leader, I have a duty to my member who is under inquest and impeachment, and that duty cannot be abdicated by the Honourable Speaker. That is the personal duty as a leader of a team, and I thought I should be on record, and every member with the right to give their views, including moving motions. For me, it's very okay. And the Right Honourable Speaker, with due respect, you see, the numbers required to remove the member from the position of commissioner are quite big. And I can see the House congested, even against health standards. And the Minister of Health is here quiet. I would like to propose, Right Honourable Speaker, that we see the ground to create space for other members to enter that this job is finished without causing undue trouble of a health nature. Right, Honourable Speaker, I do request that I take leave and create more space. There are members outside who want to participate.
Honourable Member, before you seek leave to go out, I want you to be on record.
Era kkooti ng'emaze okwetegereza ensonga zino yavuddeyo neewa ensala yaayo naye nga nkuzizzaako emabega. Zaake yatwalibwa mu kakiiko ak'ebyempisa era nga kano kakulirwa MP ow'Ebugweri era ne kaleeta alipoota mu bye kaali kamaze okuzuula ku flo ya Palamenti. Era omubaka ono yavaayo n'ayanjulira alipoota eno mu bujjuvu eri Palamenti.
Honourable Mapendusi requested a quoted a post from social media in which Honorable Zaake allegedly disparaged the person of the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament and allegedly denigrated the integrity of the office of the Speaker and the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. It is attached to this report as Appendix 1 and 2. The Honorable Mapendo stated, and I quote, "Madam Speaker, thank you for giving me the opportunity to raise this matter of national importance. I rise up under Rule 59, 1B and M of our Rules of Procedure of Parliament on a point of privilege which is of utmost importance and urgency to this Honourable House. Last week, the nation woke up to a rant by a member of this House, who is a Commissioner of Parliament, the Honourable Francis Zaake, through his known social media handle, where he insulted the integrity of this House and above all, the integrity of the office of the Speaker. He wrote, and I want to quote, he went on, "The fact that my body was severely encountered torture from security operatives, it is on record of court that indeed I was tortured. To my consternation, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, while presiding over a session of Parliament, controverted the finding of the High Court in civil suit number 85 of 2020 that I was tortured by sarcastically stating, but with the most level of recklessness, that though tortured, I won a medal in the East African Parliamentary Games." He continued, "The utter buncombe emanating from her dishonest lips was only intended to mock and break me down. This is idiocy. Parliament deserves better. How a person of her caliber lacks intelligence, prowess, to appreciate that healing is a natural phenomenon. The loose cannon in her couldn't contemplate the duty that her office owes members and the country at large. Disturbingly, she ejaculated while presiding over a session to condemn torture. Ah, how hypocritical. Shame upon you." This is exactly the statement he authored on his social media handle. Madam Speaker, in compliance with this, based on the requirement of this House, I beg to lay on the table a printout of what the Honourable Member wrote. Madam Speaker, all of us may have our own emotions and issues to deal with, but there are avenues in our rules of procedure through which anything done by a presiding officer in the House can be challenged. The member never exercised any of the remedies provided for in the rules, but chose to go to the social media. The conduct of the member not only denigrated the integrity of Parliament in the eyes of the citizens of Uganda, but was also a breach of Rule 84 and 85 and Paragraph 5 of the Code of Conduct of Members of Parliament embedded in Appendix F of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament. In my view, Madam Speaker, the Honourable Mapendus went on, this amounts to gross misconduct and misbehavior on the part of the Honourable Member, for which I intend to move a motion under Section 5 of the Parliamentary Act, Administration of the Parliamentary Act, for his removal from the office of Commissioner of Parliament. I will also be moving to this House at an appropriate time under Rule 16 to suspend Rules 56, 110 of the Rules of Procedure. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. The following members spoke with respect to the matter. 1. Honourable Jonathan Ebwaru, MP Soroti West Division. The Honourable Geoffrey Macho, MP Busia Municipality. The Honourable Mary Annette Nakato, District Woman Representative.
Kati nno nga kyo kimaze okubaawo, Zaake wamala okuddukira mu kooti yagitegeeza nti baamugoba mu bukyamu, era Zaake yawaaba ng'ategeeza nti Palamenti ya violatinga rules of procedure mu article 2(1) ne 2 saako ne 89 and 94(1). we yavaayo n'ategeereza nti buno obuwaayiro babuviolating olw'ensonga kolamu ya paalamenti yali tewera. Era yavuddeyo n'ategeeza paalamenti nti ababaka bonna abaali mu kakiiko akakwasisa empisa baabagula, saako ne bano abaalonda okulaba nga bajja MP Zaake bamuggyamu obwesige bonna baabagula, era nga buli omu yafuna kickback ya miliyoni 66. Kati nno mu kuwa ensala omulamuzi yavuddeyo n'ategeeza nti nno kino kyali kiviolatinga amateeka ekyokuba nti kolamu yali tewere ya paalamenti, era ne kibanga omusango Zaake yaguwangudde era nga kati akyali ku kifo ekya commissioner. Jjukira ekibiina kya National Unity Platform nga ekibiina ekisinga ababaka abangi mu paalamenti kyavaayo ne kigaana okulaba nga kizaako oba nga kireplacinga Zaake kuba commissioner, era amaze kumpi omwaka mulamba nga ekifo ekyo tekiriimu muntu, so nga ate ekibiina kya National Unity Platform ng'ekibiina ekisinga ababaka abangi kibeera kirina obuvunaanyizibwa okulaba nga kironderamu omuntu. Kati n'omusango guno Zaake yaguwangudde. Okusinziira ku Chris Obole ng'onono yakulira eby'empuliziganya oba eby'amawulire ku paalamenti, yavuddeyo n'ategeeza nti judgment ey'omulamuzi baagifunye era nga bagenda gitunulamu basobole okulaba nga bakolanga judgment weegambye. Naye ekyebuuzibwa, paalamenti oba sipiika anakkiriza Zaake ku kifo kino ekya komishona era oba obuvuyo bugenda kuddamu butandike. Jjukira waliwo ekifaananyi ekyafuluma nga paalamenti ekonviininze era nga kiraga nti sipiika yali agezaako okutabagana ne Zaake, wabula Zaake yavaayo n'abisambajja. Era Zaake yagaana okwetondera sipiika. Ababaka abamu abaaliwo ku lunaku olwo nga bajjamu Zaake obwesige ng'ennaku z'omwezi 10 omwezi ogwokusatu omwaka 2022 balina bingi bye baayogera nga muno mwe muli ne leader of opposition. Balina bingi bye baayogera ku nsonga eno.
Human Representative Amolata, the Honorable Esther Afoyochan, District Human Representative Muzombo and Parliamentary Commission. The presiding officer, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, while stating that other processes may go on, referred the matter to the rules, privileges and discipline under Rule 175 of the Rules of Procedure, stating that the Constitution dictates a fair hearing for every citizen before a decision is taken. The committee was directed to report to the House within 2 weeks. Mandate of the Committee on Rules and Privileges and Discipline. The Constitution of the Republic of Uganda empowers Parliament to make its own rules of procedure to regulate its procedure. Under Article 94, Clause 1, the Constitution provides, subject to the provisions of this article, Parliament may make rules to regulate its procedure, including procedure of its committees. Further, Article 90, Clause 2 provides that Parliament shall, by its rules of procedure, prescribe the powers, composition, and functions of its committees. In the exercise of the stated constitutional mandate, Parliament made the rules of procedure providing for, among others, the Committee on Rules, Privileges and Discipline. And under Rule 175, the functions of the committee are as follows. 1. The Committee on Rules, Privilege and Discipline shall, by order of the House, inquire into any complaint of contempt of Parliament, breach of privilege, which may be referred to it, and to recommend to the House such action as the committee may consider appropriate. B. Consider any matter of discipline referred to it by the Speaker or the House, including attendance of members at sittings of committees, and report its findings to the House. C. Review these rules from time to time and to make such recommendations to the House for amendment as the committee considers necessary for the satisfactory function and efficient transaction of business of the House and its committees. D. Examine and advise the House on amendments proposed to these rules by members or other committees of the House, and carry out such other functions as are conferred by these rules or assigned by the House. The findings and recommendations of the Committee on Rules, Privileges and Discipline shall be presented, debated, and approved by the House, without prejudice to Sub-Rule 2, where an affected party agrees to the findings and recommendations referred to in that rule. There shall not be debate, save approval of the report by the House. 4. Once the House has pronounced itself on any matter presented under this rule, the decision of the House shall be binding on all the parties. Right Honourable Speaker, honourable members, these were the issues for determination. Upon due consideration
That the House is being led into an illegality and not be on record, and that the members that are moving, if they want to help the cause of the House, should address themselves to what we are supposed to do in this House, Honourable Speaker. The honourable member from Fort Portal probably does not understand, or probably should be helped with how rules work. I want to be on record that the matter he is moving is outside the realm of the rules. Probably he has another copy of the rules. I want to be addressed to them. Otherwise, what is moving and the amendment talked about in the motion does not bring us to that. I want to be on record, Honourable Speaker, so that the presiding officer is helped, because it's our duty to work properly.
We did it on principle. The principle of denouncing immorality. The principle of denouncing characters that downgrade the level and the stage of Parliament. The principle that puts a clear stance that we are not for abusive, we are not for embarrassing women, we are not for issues that really put us in bad light as Parliament. We are supposed to serve as an example. We cannot afford to look on as one of us downgrades the integrity of Parliament at this level. So we have put this position to sound a warning to other members, to ourselves, that we must uphold some standards, because the country out and the world looks up to us to be the role models. We cannot act to the contrary consistently in this manner, and we don't take action, and the public will take us serious.
The committee did not find a need for such a motion.
You can't ask me where it is coming from. I didn't originate it. It finds me where I am in Parliament. All I can say is that we are out. We left a mob going about its illegality, which we sanctly put on the record of Parliament. And those who will come after us will surely know that the 11th Parliament failed itself in a moment of history to be sure that Parliament is not diverted when it has critical national duties to execute. We have used our space to offer the kind of guidance, unbiased guidance we thought would enable Parliament, because our duty is higher than our individual interests. We try to guide, clothed with the rules on how we could have handled that matter without necessarily sauntering into critical violations of our rules. But the position was that the mob came predetermined and prearranged, so there's not much we could do in the circumstances. So we left it to them to be to sit in their own case and be judges in their own case. So I know the Honourable Zaake, aggrieved as he is, shall probably seek other remedies going forward. But we shall have a day to assess how that matter is concluded, and we shall probably communicate to the country the next steps we intend to take.
Ebyo ndowooza birabye. Kati ekyebuuzibwa kiri nti Zaake agenda kuzzaako ki, oba Speaker wa Palamenti ng'amateeka we gamuteekawo oba ng'obuyinza bwe bamuwa azzaako ki. Ekyo nkikulekedde. Kusaba olikinge, osubscribinge ate osharinge. Tulindirira okulaba ate Speaker by'anaayogera. Nze nkusibulidde wano, amanyi nze Essential Worker ate era yenze amata agatafa.